While the world races toward electric futures and autonomous everything, something quietly strange is happening in dealership parking lots across America. Brand new vans, gleaming, 0 miles, factory fresh, are sitting, waiting. Weeks turn into months. Dealers cut prices, incentives stack up, and still, buyers walk past. These are not forgotten relics from a past decade. These are brand new machines, built by some of the most experienced commercial vehicle teams on the planet. And yet, in 2026, they are the vans nobody seems to want. Today, we pull back the curtain on 5 of them, not to mock them, but to understand what happens when engineering and market timing collide in the wrong direction. The Nissan NV200 Compact Cargo did not disappear with a headline. Nissan simply stopped making it for the North American market after the 2021 model year, and what followed was a slow, quiet fade, unsold units trickling through dealer lots for months, then years, still surfacing at auction channels and secondary dealers well into 2025 and 2026. At first glance, the NV200 silhouette is clean and purposeful. The squared-off roofline maximizes interior volume with architectural efficiency. The upright windshield gives the driver an excellent forward sightline over city traffic. Slide that cargo door open and you have 122.7 cubic feet of uninterrupted load space, more than adequate for last-mile delivery, florist runs, or electrical contracting work. Under the hood, a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine delivers 131 horsepower and 139 lb-ft of torque through a continuously variable transmission. Front-wheel drive keeps the load floor low. Payload capacity reaches 1,280 pounds. The NV200 even powered New York City's iconic Taxi of Tomorrow fleet, not a small achievement for a compact Japanese platform. But that achievement dates to 2013, and over 12 years on North American roads, remarkably little changed. Can you imagine purchasing a commercial vehicle whose architecture had not been meaningfully updated in more than a decade? For a business owner calculating total cost of ownership that is not charming vintage character, remaining stock comes in at $20,000 to $27,000. Reasonable until you compare it against competitors offering better technology at similar price points. The Ford Transit Connect's story is something more poignant. It is a van that ended its North American life knowing it was ending, and the market treated it accordingly. Ford discontinued the Transit Connect for North America after the 2023 model year. The van continues in production in Europe, but in America, the chapter is closed. What remains are the final units, lingering at dealerships, carrying discounts that grow heavier with every quarter that passes. There is a haunting quality to looking at one on the lot, because the Transit Connect holds a quiet appeal. The proportions feel European clean, with a smoothly raked windshield and door panels that carry more visual sophistication than you would expect from a cargo van in this segment. It was engineered on a Ford passenger car platform, and that heritage shows in how thoughtfully the human details were handled. The step geometry, the interior light placement, the logic of the tie-down points. The 1.5-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder delivers 162 horsepower, more than adequate for urban delivery. The cargo floor sits low for easy loading. In European markets, the Transit Connect was well regarded, sensibly packaged, and honestly priced. Have you ever considered what it feels like to buy the last of something? There is no celebration in it. There is only the quiet, unavoidable fact that when you drive it off the lot, you are beginning a relationship with a vehicle whose support ecosystem is contracting. Parts exist now. The dealer network supports it now. But the 3-year and 5-year calculations create hesitation that no discount fully resolves. Remaining new stock appears at $4,000 to $6,000 below sticker. The Transit Connect deserved a better farewell. Now we move into more complex territory. The Ram ProMaster 2500's problem is not aging architecture or discontinued production. It is something far harder to fix: trust. Stand next to a 2025 Ram ProMaster 2500, and the scale commands attention. The tall cab, the wide stance, the high roofline allows delivery professionals and van builders to stand nearly fully upright inside. The front-wheel drive platform drops the floor to just 21 inches above the ground, making it one of the easiest cargo vans in its class to load and unload heavy equipment. The 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 produces 276 horsepower and 250 lb-ft of torque through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Maximum payload reaches 4,820 pounds. Maximum towing hits 6,910 pounds. The turning diameter is just 36 feet. On paper and in practice, the ProMaster 2500 is a capable commercial tool whose drivetrain has matured significantly from earlier generations. So why does it accumulate on dealer lots while competitors sell freely? The honest answer lives in one word: Stellantis. Ram's parent company endured well-documented difficulties across its lineup through 2024 and 2025. Reliability complaints, mixed ownership surveys, and fleet confidence concerns that took sustained effort to counter. Consumer confidence, once damaged at brand level, is extraordinarily difficult to rebuild model by model. A fleet manager who experienced a problem, or simply heard about one from a colleague, will drive past the Ram dealer and sign papers at Ford or Mercedes, even at a higher price. Tell me, would you stake your business's operational continuity on a reputation still rebuilding itself? For most commercial buyers in 2026, the honest answer is a cautious no. New ProMaster 2500 units are priced from the mid-40s into the low 50s, with incentives becoming increasingly common. The ProMaster 2500 may be better than its reputation suggests. The market is still deciding whether to believe that. Here is where the story becomes genuinely surprising, and more than a little melancholy. The Mercedes-Benz badge. 3 words that, in virtually any other context, are enough to move buyers toward the dotted line. Precision engineering, decades of prestige, the 3-pointed star. And yet, the Mercedes-Benz Metris Cargo, the smallest commercial van the brand ever brought to American roads, quietly ceased stateside production in late 2023. Remaining dealer inventory sits in the corners of lots, gathering dust while competitors turn their stock over. Launched in the United States in 2016, the Metris aimed to fill the mid-size cargo van gap between the full-size Sprinter and the passenger car world. It was built for urban businesses, caterers, florists, boutique logistics operators, who needed a maneuverable van that could park on any city street and still carry a meaningful payload with Mercedes-level refinement. Stand beside the Metris and the design impresses before you even open a door. The roofline flows without the blunt industrial character of competing platforms. The front end is unmistakably Mercedes, that 3-pointed star on a grille that manages to look considered even in no-frills panel van specification. The 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder delivers 208 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque through a 9-speed automatic. Remarkably pleasant to drive, more composed and refined than any cargo van in this class has a right to be. Towing capacity reaches 5,000 pounds. Payload hits 2,225 pounds. But the Metris suffered from a positioning problem no engineering excellence could resolve. At $39,600 to over $43,000 for the final model years, it carried a substantial Mercedes premium over more affordable compact competitors. And buyers who considered that premium quickly discovered that for modestly more money, the full-size Sprinter offered dramatically greater capability, with the same badge on the nose. Caught between being too expensive to compete on price and too small to compete on capability, the Metris found itself in a gap it could never fully bridge. Imagine walking onto a dealer lot today and finding a brand new 0-mile Mercedes-Benz van marked $5,000 to $8,000 below sticker. No waiting list, no pressure, just a van sitting quietly, waiting for someone perceptive enough to see its real value. For the right buyer, a thoughtful urban operator, a builder planning a refined stealth conversion, this may be one of the most quietly compelling opportunities in the current market. Most people simply do not know it yet. And now we arrive at the one that should never have been on this list. The one that carried more cultural weight than any commercial vehicle launch in living memory. The Volkswagen ID Buzz. Think about what this van represents. The spiritual heir to the Volkswagen Type 2, the van that appeared at Woodstock, that surfed every Pacific beach, that carried generations of dreamers down every highway, that promised something better beyond the horizon. The van whose silhouette still causes people to slow their step and feel something they cannot quite name. 6 decades of collective longing. The ID Buzz arrived in the United States for the 2024 model year, carrying all of that. It is visually extraordinary. Close your eyes and picture it. Rounded and joyful, with a wide panoramic greenhouse, a two-tone body that deliberately echoes the split screen and bay window buses of the 1960s, a presence that makes strangers smile from across a parking lot. The designers understood the assignment completely. Step inside, and the experience matches the promise. Floating touchscreen, sustainable materials, clever storage, a cabin designed for human lives. The rear electric motor delivers 282 horsepower in standard rear-wheel drive form. The AWD variant pushes 335 horsepower with instant torque that reframes what a van can feel like in motion. The 91 kilowatt-hour battery returns an EPA-estimated 234 miles of range. The low center of gravity from the floor-mounted battery gives the ID Buzz handling composure that no traditional van body vehicle can match. Drive one and you understand immediately. This is not pretending. It is an exceptionally good vehicle. Which of the 5 vans we have explored today surprised you most? Hold that thought. In 2024, Volkswagen sold just 1,162 ID Buzz units in the United States, a whisper against its projections. In 2025, that rose to 6,140 units. Progress that sounds meaningful until measured against expectations and cultural momentum. By late 2025, dealers were reporting inventory supply figures of 150 to 200 days. Discounts of $10,000 to $20,000 below MSRP began appearing at lots that had initially been marking cars up. Volkswagen made the decision to skip the 2026 model year for the United States entirely, with plans for a 2027 relaunch. The reason is not complicated. Starting at $59,995 and climbing past $70,000 with options, the ID Buzz demands absolute buyer confidence. For someone who dreams of van life, of road trips ending somewhere unexpected and beautiful, an EPA range of 234 miles is a conversation, not a guarantee. The loss of federal EV tax credits made the math harder, and trusting a brand new electric platform requires a leap many buyers in 2026 are not yet prepared to take. Here is what makes this truly heartbreaking for anyone who loves vans. The ID Buzz is not failing because it is bad. It is failing because it arrived at a moment when the market was not quite ready to meet it. The van life dream still runs partly on range anxiety. But some machines arrive before their moment, and then the moment catches up. The original Type 2 became what it became over decades, not overnight. The ID Buzz may yet have that same story ahead of it. 5 brand new vans. 5 entirely different stories of disconnect between what manufacturers built and what buyers in 2026 were willing to commit to. The NV200, left behind by a world that moved faster than it did. The Transit Connect, closing its North American chapter with growing discounts and quiet dignity. The ProMaster 2500, fighting to rebuild trust one sale at a time. The Metris, refined and undervalued, waiting for someone perceptive enough to recognize a moment that will not exist forever. And the ID Buzz, carrying design, heritage, and 60 years of emotional legacy, arriving just slightly ahead of the moment the world was ready to embrace it. Which one would you buy if the price were right? Tell me in the comments below. I genuinely want to know which of these overlooked machines captured your attention today. And if you want to keep exploring the world of vans, the legendary, the forgotten, the misunderstood, and the extraordinary, subscribe and come back. There is always another story waiting at the end of the road. See you in the next one.